clear. Yeah.
Will go into that final, and we know that each team along the way did some great stuff. We saw Nazim take out Arix from Spain. We saw Steroidy 69 take out Class with Ash from Boston. And of course, Jason took out Derek from Hong Kong. Big upset there. And now Elfie has tied it up. All four, all Finns, all to play for here. They definitely take home 1,000. Who's going to take home 10,000?
In the original game, and no counter pick is necessary. Now, last time we saw Nazim play earlier today, it was a lot of.
Começando agora as semifinais agora do torneio. Nazim contra Steroid.
Counters ready. He's already going in for this Goblin Hut, and we see the mortar go straight down from Steroidy. But I think it is misses completely because of the speed on those goblins. Fantastic play. I love the idea that he's actually gone for the Goblin Hut instead. Just to outspeed that mortar, and immediately you can tell that Nazim has done his homework. Yeah, Nazim is 100% ready for this mortar. He has the building, the cheaper building in the Goblin Hut to distract the mortar from shooting his towers.
Nazim já mandou a casa de goblins ali para poder chamar a atenção do morteiro.
In this game. Okay, so and just like that, he has the lightning ready to go. So he waits for the Goblin barrel to appear and then goes straight in. Fantastic play right there as well. See the skeletons are going to split off. Skeletons not too much of a threat by themselves. They do die in one hit to the towers, but again, Nazim's got this defense going up again against this mortar. We see the Tesla tower and an Inferno tower. So many buildings coming out from Steroidy right now. That's a lot of fortification right there. I mean, and it's just going to act as one giant distraction.
Pelo menos chegou perto. Vamos ver se vai pegar o morteiro. Acho que vai pegar pegou o morteiro.
Just like that, taking out the mortar, which is definitely the threat in this situation. Well, if it's a question of Tesla tower, mortar, Inferno tower, mortar,
cara tá com a defesa ali, coletor com. Ah, jogou foguete. É, pode deixar os coletores não, porque ele tá com um deck pesado e tá deixando os coletores pra poder pegar os elixir, senão vai ficar com muita elixir. Corredor sozinho, tá no desespero já o menino.
But right now, it's not really working out for him. But Nazim is actually playing this really clever. This deck is built to counter the mortar. He has the building to distract it. He has the rocket to do guaranteed building damage. All he's doing is stalling out, defeating the mortar, defeating the Tesla towers, getting rid of the mortar, and then bam, his rockets are going to do all the damage he needs. He doesn't need to push, he just needs to destroy the mortar so he can do rocket damage. That is going to be two Teslas back to back. Now the mortar is probably going to target one of those things. Nice Goblin Hut just to go behind the enemy line. That's going to be good damage. But even better reservation of that lightning spell. Ready with those reactions, just in case. See a bit of a stalemate going on. Again, the Goblin Hut's going to take.
Não pegou o morteiro dessa vez. Ixi, vai começar a acertar a torre agora.
A clean shot on the princess at least.
Ainda vai dar uma bimbada na torre. Não, deu.
All of these buildings ready to go. And it's hard to just penetrate that kind of defense. But I mean, the question is, has Nazim got a rocket on deck and is he saving it? But the problem is,
Torre Inferno segurando os esqueletos gigantes. E a Tesla, as tropas pequenas.
Nazim's been saving a lot of elixir, and just I can say that.
Morte súbita.
The question is, what's going to accompany this giant skeleton? I mean, there's no way the giant skeleton's going to get through, but he's just soaking up all this damage. The Tesla tower's down, the minion's going to go down. Oh, Goblin Barrel goes through. Secret Goblin Barrel, how much damage has he been saving the lightning? Yes,
o cara já pegou já, é isso aí, ó. O cara tem que ficar esperto. Pegou o esqueminha, casa de Goblin, guarda-choque, pronto.
Take out once again, the mortar is distracted because once again Nazim has saved the spawner unit there just to get through the mortar. Now the minions do manage to get through, but they are quite low. We can see this barbarian
does a really
good job of just distracting all this damage. It's pure distractions. Nothing Steroidy has is getting past this middle point. That tower's looking pretty delicious for a rocket right now. I mean, let's not be around the bush. If this giant skeleton gets a good push, all he has to do is get through Golem Barrels once again. Has he been saving the lightning? Yes, he has.
Não vai colar, não adianta, não vai colar isso aí. Já tá guardando o Elixir já pra poder destruir mesmo, justamente por causa do Goblins. Passou. Quase.
Anything from range will do it.
Ganhou.
Fantastic gameplay. Now that was close. Steroidy had a lightning available. There was a question of opponent's hand. So that opens up for a lot of speculation. We can see the cards they've played in this match, and we can see their entire deck once they've played everything in that deck in the match, but we cannot see what's in their hand or cards they haven't played. So you guys and girls
segunda partida da semifinal e do primeiro jogo da semifinal.
well, I guess, mystery as we are.
Now you can see there's some buildings put up almost immediately, and that's one of the benefits of this Tesla Tower is that it's kind of hard.
Primeiro jogo, Nazim insistiu no barril de goblins ali, ele tava
right, so it can actually kind of sit there pretty.
contra-atacando com choque.
Now, what we saw in the last game was the fact that almost immediately Nazim has gone, yes, obviously stick with his deck, but he's going to stick to this idea of just constantly going for the
Tesla ali, uma casa de bárbaro.
quite reluctant to go for a mortar. He might not necessarily have
No
one.
corredor ali,
the Hog Rider. I do believe this is the
esquerdo.
first time we've seen him go for this deck.
Now,
this
I
card
think
specifically.
we may have seen Steroidy completely abandon this mortar deck. I'm not sure.
Esqueleto gigante.
His old deck was purely crafted for the mortar. We can
Vai
see.
pra cima.
I mean, I bet we haven't seen the mortar
Bárbaros.
this game yet from him.
That's one of the smart plays that we tend to do. Already
Barril
going
de
in, the skeleton
goblins.
is distracted. Now that's one of the combinations,
já
and
tá.
again saving that lightning spell.
Estratégia tá
Every single
manjada
time,
já.
remembering that he has a goblin barrel ready to go. So I mean, there's no reason you would change that instant piece of damage. Really smart there from Steroidy just to keep that card in line, ready to go.
But I really like this this adjustment to the Hog Rider, because we've actually seen the Hog Rider make a lot more of an impact in today's tournament than we have seen the mortar. So the Hog Rider definitely a tried and true force to be reckoned
Mesma
with.
sequência.
Team got a lot of mileage
Tesla
out of the Hog
e
Rider as
caso
well,
de
though, in his original
bárbaros.
set of the quarterfinals, so he's going to be familiar with that card.
Oh no, a bit of a waste on the lightning by Nazim. Tries to finish
Do
off the Tesla
relâmpago.
Tower, but
Corredor agora ali vai pra casa de bárbaros.
I'm not sure if that was a freeze. Nice once again. That's a really good combination. That freeze and the Hog Rider going straight. He's going to get some of that poke down. Depends on the Princess. He's going to get one
Deu
shot.
pra dar uma
He's going to
bimbada.
get at least one hit right there. Kind of shaving that tower, not doing too much
so
damage.
now,
But once again,
like it's cool. We're using this
A
new,
Linda agora vai começar a bater de longe.
observer mode. We have seen
Deu uma
Steroidy
só
play
também, já
every
levou
card
pau.
in his current deck.
Flecha
No mortar
contra a
species,
ordem de servo,
completely
padrão.
abandoned it.
I like that play. I mean, trying to show that he has other things ready to go. And also the fact that he can change deck when Nazim is locked into a deck that is entirely built to counter mortar.
Oh, the fireball's gonna, wow, it's gonna hit both the hut and the tower for a nice amount of damage.
Caso de
You can see
goblin,
this
caso de
smaller
bárbaros.
attack from Nazim. He's got a goblin hut and a barbarian hut.
Corredor, foi pra cima. Ah, essa tela não, bota a tela do jogo. Aí.
There's a lot of push going in right now.
Travou.
And he gets a very crucial
Desespero. Destruiu ainda, cara.
single goblin running straight in there, getting that secret little hit to take out that first tower. Steroidy in a great situation. Has he saved the lightning? That's the
Shock.
question. Yes, he had once again. I mean, I would be very surprised if we ever catch him without that lightning ready to go. And just for that situation, not overcommitting,
Vai dar tempo, não.
saving the lightning, keeping his elixir ready, and he can
Wow.
just play on that one tower. Looking really good for Steroidy right now.
Oh, 80 health left, didn't do enough damage. Hog Rider goes down. That was a good game from Steroidy. That was clutch.
I like the adjustment. I really like the adjustment, showing that it's not all about, I mean, yeah, he's got a mortar deck ready to go, but right there, you see the luxury of being able to be the first one.
Ó, tá empatado aqui o primeiro jogo da semifinal, 1 a 1. O terceiro jogo aqui entre Nazim e Steroidy.
Sometimes we can see potentially early Hog Riders and stuff, but for the most part, these guys
Mago
will
de
just
gelo,
sit there
mandou
speaking
corredor
of
ali
early
com-
Hog Riders. He's going to have to go, and unfortunately does actually
os
commit to
goblins.
becoming the Icebers on the right
Travou
side.
ali com
Double freeze
o
right
geleira.
there. Oh wow, they froze each other. Wow, really interesting stuff. Hog Rider is
Deu uma
going to lose.
arrebentada.
Now, that was the
A
important thing.
Valkyrie
The
agora,
Hog
botou a
Rider had
Valkyrie
died.
agora
That was
no
why the freeze
deck.
put down, was because, okay, if this Hog Rider is let loose, my tower is in serious trouble.
Mago de
He's
gelo
gonna run
batendo
in
na torre da
completely,
direita.
taken out by
Ordem
that
de
minion
servo contra
right
ordem de
there.
servo.
Mirror match on the left hand side, getting that lightning just to get a little bit of damage on the tower.
Now, nice stuff. One low minion. That really isn't going to do anything. It's going to get shot once by
it's
the tower
dead.
and
See you later.
farewell.
Okay, so we have gone back to this kind of defensive situation. Both guys opting to kind of save up some elixir and maybe wait for what the other guy's going to do, or save up for some kind of big push.
Well, let's see what they've already played. We can see both of them have standard goblins, both of them have the minions, but they have a little bit of differences. We can see the first Tesla tower deployed from Steroidy definitely seems to favor this building, it seems.
It's definitely an effective building.
Mago
Just
de
kinda
gelo
sitting
ali, o
there pretty
corredor do
front.
outro
Hog
lado,
Rider running in
a
right into the
Valkyria,
back, really gets
pegar as
spawned. And I
tropas
like the defense there, waiting in front of you. Once again, that's the strength of the
terrestre.
Inferno Tower, is that it's single damage in extremely high burst. So these slightly high hit points, but single
Torre
high damage
Inferno
targets will
destruiu o
get
corredor.
melted by the Inferno Tower.
I mean, just look at that. It does so much damage. Yes, it does passively lose life at the time, but still, just the fact that it's there,
Aparentemente,
it's
acho que ele
distracting
tirou o
the
barril
big,
de
goons,
goblin
and
porque
it's
não tá
doing so much
dando
damage
resultado.
before it dies itself.
Both players going to use
Já tinha
lose their
manjado
goblins
já
at
a
this
jogada
point.
dele.
I like the idea, just poking out there with the poison.
Tem
just to
veneno
get
agora
a
ali.
little bit of damage there on those barbarians to kind of sort of quell their offense just a little bit.
Takes all the barbarians down to about half, but there's a lot of units going through. The minions are going to be deployed to defense. The lightning is good, does serious damage to the tower, but the barbarians get through the freeze. The barbarians are going through, big damage. Wow, this tower is going down, getting chunked.
Travou ali com a geleira ali.
That is a really good amount of poke
Deu um
right
dano
there,
bom na
especially
torre.
now we have 60 seconds left on the clock. Question is, what's the next play?
Double elixir has been activated with there's 60 seconds left on the clock, so
a lot of scope for aggressive and very fast-paced play. Speaking of aggressive, we have a Hog Rider paired out with a couple of Goblins. Good to go. That's going to do quick damage right there. So that he's going to completely ignore them. The Hog Rider's
deixou
gonna run
livre.
behind. This could be it. Good use on the freeze. Double freeze once again. Shades
Nossa,
of the
double
beginning
freeze
of the
ali,
game.
rapaz.
Rears its head. Oh, the Hog Rider gets one last hit of 355 health. Now,
That
that one
nada.
lone hit might be crucial, depending on what comes next.
Ah, agora
Hog Rider
pegou.
gets through, is there any defense left? It is going to go.
Vai
Oh, wow,
segurar.
2 towers. That Hog Rider isn't going anywhere, but Hog Rider on the left going to go through. They're trying to distract it. Getting one cheeky hit once again. One more hit from Hog Rider is all it's going to take. Goblin's going to run through. That's not going to do any damage. That's dangerous. Steroidy has access to lightning. We don't know if it's in his hand, but 99 health. He just needs to chip
Mete chocão lá.
Nice positioning there, the Barbarian. So here comes the Valkyrie. Here comes the Fireball. Great play right
Fireball.
there. Steroidy's going to take that tower. And once again, move on into the next game after once again stealing that final tower right before the time finish. Also, very impressive. Just a love for the game and just finding it genuinely a fun experience. But now they're playing for big cash. And they've managed to get themselves down to top 4.
O quarto jogo do primeiro jogo da semifinal. Primeiro duelo, Steroid versus Nazim, 2-1 pro Steroid. Mago de gelo logo de cara, sem dó. Corredor, vai pro Tesla. Aero, corredor. Aero, Tesla também. Guarda de servo, destruiu o mago, vai pra cima. Vai pra cima da Valkyria, jogou guarda de servo também ali o Nazim. Corredor do lado esquerdo. Chamou atenção ali com a Torre Inferno pra segurar o corredor. Torre Inferno contra o corredor boa.
Ready to distract the Hog Rider, you're okay. But if you get caught without it, that's when you start taking some serious damage. We've seen people get caught without it before, and it's done a big chunk of damage. And in many cases, they have been quite deciding factors. That Hog Rider push with the troops behind that will just dish out the damage and act as good distractions. I mean, it just hasn't stopped really, has it?
Tem que esperar um pouco, acho que tem que esperar pra jogar tropa junto, cara. Tá muito desesperado jogando tropa antes. Segura um pouco, ó. Espera voltar um pouco do Elixir. Ah, manda outras tropas antes pra chamar atenção, cara. Dá uma limpada na tela, depois joga o corredor pra ir livre.
We've got a Hog Rider and Barbarians going left. That's a chunky offense right there. They're going to go and try and take out those minions. Nice freeze just to pause those units right there. Very crucial, the fact that you had a Hog Rider and some chunky Barbarians running along with him. Great use of the freeze just to stop that offense dead in its tracks. That was really good. Minions are going to go down. The Valkyrie manages to take out the tower, but again, Steroid is going to keep himself in this game, going to take them out before they do any tower damage. And we see a Tesla tower
Manda
go
no
down
fundo
again.
mago de gelo, espera chegar no meio. Manda Goblins, manda a Horda de servo junto, depois manda o corredor. Manda o corredor na cara e coragem, mano. Não vai fazer nada. Nem com o freeze ele conseguiu dar dano.
Now Nazim is sitting in a good situation. Good Inferno Tower to distract the Hog Rider.
O Inferno aqui contra o corredor tá valendo a pena.
Slowly but surely take away some damage from both of them. Left tower sitting at 1300 for Nazim is doing a good job of just chipping this down. Inferno Tower is still there, so he's going to save himself from a push for at least a little while. Steroidy's definitely on the back foot right now. He has a lot more work to do, but once again, one good push, one crucial little mistake could decide everything.
Aguenta um pouquinho, joga outra. Depois isso, duelo limpada. Horda de servo ali junto, ó. Demorou pra jogar.
Good circle damage around as well. Now, I feel like the poison was a great choice because look at the amount of damage. He managed to get max poison damage on multiple targets. Here comes the Hog Rider running in, but the Test Tower's going to use up. Oh, nice freeze!
Isso.
Once again, that tried and tested combination of the freeze and the Hog Rider, but both players using their freeze. So once again, we're going to find ourselves at a stalemate. So freezing on reaction to your opponent's freeze truly is a way to go, no, this freeze isn't going to work. My freeze won't do much, but at least it's going to stop you from getting anything off it. It's just a complete definition of a stalemate. Good use the Inferno Tower once again. That's going to do good damage. Once again, these guys are doing very similar plays to one another. I mean, that pairing of the Goblins with the Hog Rider, I mean, it does so much work. The question is the Hog Rider going to take out this tower before he dies? He's going to run straight through. He is going to go down. He's going to save himself some damage, but we see this Wizard doing AoE damage. There's Ice Mage doing huge damage.
Lenteada nas tropas também, isso que é bom, mano.
Especially with the Valkyrie behind him. I really want to know what this final unit is that already has good to go. We're yet to see it, but Nazim has played every single ounce of his cards, and as you can see, hasn't got a fireball, hasn't got a rocket. He has to push.
Dois magos de gelo.
Olha,
travou também, cara.
Dá
pra balançar ainda.
He's still going to get some poke, and is still in a bad situation. But I think that freeze was everything. Now that was good damage, considering Nazim is still sitting pretty at max health on his towers. He is in no danger here. But if Steroidy can at least manage to last a minute and 40 seconds, even if he manages to get some tower down, or keep his towers alive, he might manage to make this game a draw. Here comes the Tesla tower. That is, once again, going to act as a good distraction. He just has to stall for a minute and a half. Good use of the barbarians as well, but the Valkyrie is going to take out a good amount of damage because, again, she attacks in an area around her. Now, I felt that may have been a preemptive freeze from Nazim because he now doesn't have it, and a Hog Rider's in. There's no freeze, and a Hog Rider charging on the left-hand side. Wrecking Crew coming in on the left-hand side, trying to do as much tower damage as possible. Good defense on the poison. That's going to do big damage to every unit going in.
Veneno
Okay,
ajudou, hein?
Poison was
Salvou.
used defensively that time. Nazim manages to keep his tower alive, 1700 health, still a 1000 health lead on Steroidy's left tower. But if Steroidy can hold out for 60 more seconds, he might be able to make this game a draw and keep things the way they are. Nazim just needs one good push. I mean, a couple of decent strikes from the Hog unit, and that 710 that damage tower. Oh, we'll get the sentence out eventually. It is going to go straight out of there. Now, Hog Rider's going to be dead. There's the freeze to stop it from taking too much damage, but the tower itself, the Tesla tower, going to take things out. The poison good. Going to do some chip damage.
Boa jogada do veneno.
The goblins go down. Tesla tower might go down.
É o jeito, cara. Tá conseguindo chegar na torre e vai usando veneno.
But there's the Hog Rider, but the Inferno tower again, so ready. But he is going to go in, freezing the Inferno Tower, reserving a good amount of health. But once again, I do think the Hog Rider is going to get taken out before he goes in. And again, we have the AoE damage of the Ice Mage. Counter attack.
Consegui dar
Freeze has been used, but there's
vai
the
conseguir
Tesla tower
chegar,
again
cara.
to distract the Hog Rider. The goblins, that freeze is good. Going to take out the Tesla tower. If he can get this tower and get one more hit on this tower, he has a chance straight out. Through. Who knows? He
Isso.
isn't going to get a crucial hit. This is going to go down to 5 seconds. In this situation, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be good because the thing is, Nazim does not have any specific range damage that he can just put on a tower, and that's how we get a draw. So, I mean, at this situation, Nazim is still 2 games down, so he still needs to
Casa
just
de
win one game.
Goblins.
So he has opted to go straight back in. Now, was that a bluff? Was that a I don't like
Acabou
the fact you've got a
empatado.
spawner because I've gone back to a mortar deck? It's just like that.
Voltou
Of
pro
course he has.
parteiro.
Okay, so giving away that he's a little bit unhappy. Straight in with the rocket as
Mandou um
well. These
foguetão aí
guys
pra arrebentar o
waste
coletor.
no time on getting that damage. So the fact that Nazim already has a spawner and Nazim already has a rocket, Steroidy has already played his mortar as well. So these guys have gone into this knowing exactly what the fundamental play is. Now, if you guys and girls at home have just joined us, Steroidy did use this deck against Nazim in the first match of this set, but unfortunately it didn't go his way. Nazim was ready. The core of Steroidy's deck really is that mortar, that big range damage.
Jogou agora, tá jogando morteiro na defensiva ali
This
na
deck is built to counter that. They just faked each other out. They had the opportunity to change decks.
Retaguarda.
This was definitely a matter of prediction. You know, predicting, not even like within the game itself, it was predicting what deck the opponent was going to choose in this first to 3 setting. Looks like Nazim did manage to get the read. He did predict that Steroidy was going to go back to this mortar deck, so he did get his counter ready.
Errou a câmera ali, rapaz. O cara dormiu lá na câmera do Nazim ali.
Forget the rocket itself and the arrows and the goblin barrel, so much guaranteed range damage. This may necessarily be a repeat of the first game we saw where what was going on was Nazim had a deck that was built around countering the mortar and just out-sustaining
voltou pro barril de goblins de novo.
so that he can sit defensive and nullify the mortar with a single unit, but constantly poke away at least one tower with the rocket. And as I can say, the rocket's
Os dois com foguete, hein?
going in with a rocket of his own. Both players now going to have to be very
Deckinho
careful
pesado,
how
hein?
defensively they play. Not going to do as much damage
Nazim.
to Nazim's tower as Steroidy is currently suffering. See, the skeletons are good, but then again, skeletons not going to do too much damage. They do die in basically 1 hit from the tower, so they're not as good by themselves. Mainly just a deterrent, I think, to stop units from attacking and getting close. This is that make or break situation.
Agora
again.
vai
60 seconds left.
mudar a
Doing
vantagem
good
agora aí
damage,
pro Nazim, com o deck pesado, com
a couple more of those. Nazim is going to be in a good situation, and once again,
Elixir dobrado.
single units, and talking about big damage going straight in with the giant skeleton. What is the follow-up? There is a princess behind who's going to churn out damage and damage that mortar from a distance. Once again, going straight in with
Olha o
another.
desespero.
Has he got the arrows ready to go?
Vai colar.
Managed to at least take out the
Flecha.
princess, but we see it Steroidy
Quase colou o barril ali.
actually doesn't have access to the lightning, which was his sort of go-to counter for the goblin barrel. He doesn't have that, so the goblins are going to do a lot more damage in the barrel than they did in the first match. Especially if he accidentally mistimes that arrow, takes a little bit less time. Speaking of lightning, Nazim has got lightning good to go. I really don't see Steroidy managing to come back from this. The lightning was core to countering that goblin barrel. Right now, so much guaranteed damage. I don't think
Foguetão, brother. Foguetão lá no... Vai que vai, que vai, que vai, que vai, que vai. Deu!
3 seconds left. That rocket, unfortunately, it's not going to do much at all. Nazim brings it back. This is our first situation of this tournament where it's come down to the final games. Now we're shaking. This guy's very nervous.
So this is potentially the last game of the set, unless they draw.
Cara, sexto jogo daqui da primeira semifinal. 2 a 2 e teve um empate. Começando igual ali, agora com o corredor, esqueletão gigante, Tesla, casa de goblins, derrubou a casa de goblins ali do corredor, foi pra cima ali agora da torre do... Ele usou foguete na defensiva.
Playing to sudden death and then using some kind of large damage target to just get that one tower.
Decisive's left tower taking a little bit of damage. I mean,
o Steroid foi pra cima, viu que não dá pra ficar na retaguarda por causa dessa jogada dele aí do foguete.
But we know almost immediately there's two different spawners, a giant skeleton and a rocket, and a good fireball once there. So we know again that playing defensively might be slightly harder for Steroid than it is for Nazim, because Nazim has higher single target damage with those spells.
That was a really good lightning though, just to do some serious damage. I mean, again, he's already managed to take a couple hundred up and almost even things up just on that alone.
Going in for that little minion army right there, just to handle this barbarians going straight in. The princess going to take out good damage, I mean, good AoE damage.
Oh, there's the freeze. The Royale's going to take out the barbarian. The princess, wow, was managed to save Nazim's clutch arrows to keep her in the game. She's very low on health.
Sending good data to Steroid right now, though, understanding that he also has arrows good to go, so he's going to be able to plan his next advance very carefully. Here come the goblins. I mean, they're not going to do a huge amount of damage by themselves, but they're going to shave off just a couple of little bits of the points right there.
Couple hundred, that's not so bad. I mean, slowly but surely, a couple hundred damage here and there is going to do it.
Now, whoever wins this game moves on to grand finals. There's a minute left until we double the elixir. This is a very nerve-wracking situation for both of these players.
You find the elixir's literally just been doubled. It's a minute until overtime. We see the Hog Rider going to do some damage to the Barbarian Hut, but the Hog Rider might not manage to get through this time. I think that was really good placement by Nazim to keep the Hog Rider off, and the Barbarian Hut again to keep things in.
Putting the Barbarian Hut next to his weakest tower, very good call. Going to do good damage to every single unit right there. The giant skeleton is very unlikely to reach that tower, especially with so much range. Oh, but do I speak too soon? Using the lightning to shut down any of that defense.
No, the minions managed to fly out of the range. Oh, a few of them will get taken out.
Pegou a bomba do esqueletão, pegou uns servos ainda.
Princess is good. The Hog Rider.
Agora
this is a big push right now.
jogou na defensiva.
Right there. It's going to do good damage anyway, but once again, saving that rocket for that situation. Here comes the push with the giant skeleton. This could be the push that moves Nazim through into grand finals.
This amazing aggression by Steroid, but just keeping calm and collected as Nazim keeps himself in. The Goblin Barrel saved till the last minute. Going to chuck on the left. I don't think so.
There's nothing to defend. The Goblin's going straight in for the lightning right there. And that was that tried and tested combination of the giant skeleton and the Goblin Barrels getting good damage. But here comes sudden death. One more tower is going to decide who moves on into grand finals.
What a game we have, finishing into maybe going into our first round final. Is so close. Left tower weak on both of them. They're bringing up, of course, something magical out at the end. Princess is making her way down.
Double the spawner. I mean, that's a lot of points. He has to handle that immediately. Good use of the fireball.
Ah, teve que jogar, senão ia levar muito dano ali na torre.
Giant skeleton is good. Gently soak up. Well, at this point, if Steroid's got the Hog Rider, Barbarians are down. Does the Hog Rider follow?
Now let's not forget as well, Nazim has got a rocket. If he gets a good damage, good use. Here we go. This could be it.
Bota no jogo lá, rapaz.
On the left, but Steroid hasn't used his Hog Rider in a while. I'm sure he's got it ready.
And we also know that Nazim might have a rocket.
Dá mais uma pimbinha ali pra poder usar o foguete, cara.
But I like the fact that he's not spending it too aggressively, just in case we see this Hog Rider push.
There's the freeze. I was going to call it. They're already ready for it, but the Hog Rider actually
Nossa, demorou pra bater, cara.
This Hog Rider is no, but the lightning takes them out.
This is so close.
The princess is going to do some damage if Steroid's not ready to counter her.
531 on Steroid, 546 on Nazim. Here comes a big push. Minion army and the Hog Rider. Here we go. This could be it.
Oh no, the Hog Rider is looking and he is.
Nossa, quase, cara. Ganhou.
What a fantastic play there for Steroid.
Que jogada, cara.
He's going to move on into grand finals.
What is up with Steroid? He's saving all of these spells, and the Hog Rider already deployed straight up to aggression.
Oh, the minions, but I don't think the
O Elf chamando um corredor ali já. Segundo jogo da semifinal. Jason contra o Elf. Torre de bomba.
Bomb tower is going to completely ignore those minions, though. Bear in mind, they are airborne units.
Jason mandou um coletor ali do fundo.
Question is, it's a matter of being defensive once again. These guys, I mean, that's quite a popular play. It's just kind of sit pretty. One thing we can see Jason go for the elixir pump right there just to get that little bit of extra of a bonus, which will maybe help him later on once we reach the level time. But at this point,
Lanceiro contra Lanceiro.
This was kind of like the core of a lot of Jason's pushes, especially
gigante dele. Ele vai fazer estratégia do gigante de corredor, cara. Dessa vez não vai dar. Mas já conseguiu chamar a atenção ali, ó. Essa jogada é boa, cara.
We've seen this already. I mean, that tried and tested combination of Giant and Hog Rider. Jason getting so much mileage out of it before. And again, we can look at his units. He has relatively inexpensive units. He has both sorts of goblins. He has the minions good to go. I mean, like, you know, Elfie, my mistake on the other end. These very, very cheap units, which you can basically constantly pump out. So at no point are you ever without any kind of troop unit that can help you stop some kind of push. Speaking of which, the Hog Rider goes down. Does he have a building ready to distract it? I don't think he does. The Barbarians are going to try and stop, but the Hog Rider gets
Ah, mas ele manda no corredor sem uma carta na manga, cara. Não adianta.
So it's quite evenly balanced right now. Here comes the Bomber again. I like the idea of going for a Bomber because we see a lot of people in this tournament go for the Barbarians, and the Bomber does a great job. Even the Bomber by himself outside of the tower. But then you chuck the tower into the mix. Going to do. I mean, could take some serious damage from the Hog Rider, but Barbarians are going to keep him alive. Will the
Desespero também.
manages to live to fight another day.
Mandar corredor sozinho.
In, Barbarians and Goblins. Minions going to go through. The Goblins are going to take some of them out. But oh wow, there's the electricity. 60 seconds left. Here we go. Here comes the double again. Going straight.
Jogada é essa aí, ó.
Pushing straight past. The only thing that can do damage right now
Gigante corredor.
aren't going to do a huge chunk of damage by themselves. Good use of the arrows. Going in with the push. This
Tem jogado já, né?
This could be it. The Giant's going to punch it. 1-3-7 life. No, it goes down. Goblins going to keep him alive. The Barbarians are out of this, but just chipping the life away over and over again. The Hog Rider is good. Elfie manages to deploy it. Going to run straight past minions. Wow, the lightning does a lot of damage. And more importantly, stunning those minions. That's going to be some free damage. But speaking of that, straight in with the counter-attack. In with another Giant. Here comes the Bomb Tower just to try and get those single units by themselves. And once again, more importantly, distracting that Giant from taking out that tower, which is very weak at this point. Now, up until this point,
Tá vacilando, cara. Isso.
The arrows aren't doing much damage. Giant goes through.
Tá vacilando. Ter feito isso nas outras duas vezes que ele mandou o gigante. É essa a jogada dele, cara. A jogada dele é boa.
These Hog Riders going to try and go behind enemy lines. A fireball just to try and do some of that damage, but at this point does not matter. Really, really well played from Jason. And again, the Giant is what did it. Now Jason, so he's going to be thinking long and hard about the decision he's just made here.
Bora pro segundo jogo.
Haven't seen that before.
Mandou um coletor ali na retaguarda e um canhão. Ele já tá prevendo o gigante já. Ah, agora meteu uma torre inferno ali agora pra não dar, chamar a atenção do corredor. Pra cima. Descentralizado melhor ali a Torre Inferno. Tá fazendo estratégia pra tirar a jogada melhor do
That's the problem, and we can see Jason does have these elixir pumps just constantly giving him resources. Hog Rider goes through, minions aren't going to stop him. He's going to get a couple of hits before he dies. That was actually a really smart use of lighting there. I mean,
dois coletor no jogo.
So not going to do that much damage, if any, to that left-hand tower. So just getting that poke to try and put the momentum in his favor. I mean, there's only a mere few hit points separating both these. Well, right as I say that, they take more damage, but you know.
É o mesmo esquema. Vai mandar a Torre Inferno. Cara, tem que centralizar melhor essa Torre Inferno pra não pegar o outro lado, cara. Mauled by the Inferno Tower. Big damage on the Giant right there, but once again, I mean, we do find ourselves in a very, very kind of neutral pensando só no gigante só. Pop another one of those elixir pumps to just try and give himself the biggest benefit possible. I like the idea that he's used it right now because you have 5 seconds until his elixir will start doubling in speed, giving him bigger pushes and more units at a much faster rate. Here we go. Hog Rider manages to sneak. Choque e corredor. Sucesso. This is a big push. Every 2 hits from the Hog Rider is taking about a quarter life away from the total tower's health. So getting that twice. Mandou muito cedo o corredor, esperar o gigante chamar a atenção das torres. The Barbarians go straight for the tower. The Giant is keeping the Inferno Tower busy, so the Barbarians get some nice damage down. That was a good amount of poke, but in this situation, Jason's still on the back foot. I mean, he has got less tower health. Here comes the Hog Rider. He's going to completely ignore his minions. Take a chunk of damage. Is he going to get one hit? No, he isn't. Tries to go into the lightning. Tem que ter usado o choque nos bárbaros. Push once again. We've seen it so many times before. Barbarians going in. This is going to be a big fight in the left lane. Be careful now, we saw the Inferno Tower just went down. The question is, does LP have the buildings left? The Giants are just going straight past them and they all die. But a game-changing arrow! Here we go! The
That's it. The fireball's not gonna kill it. The Giant gonna keep punching. Wow,
Já era.
He's not gonna stop. Here comes more of a base race going in. And think they can stop
Gigantão fazendo sucesso.
And once again, just like wow, Hog Rider gets taken out, and it looks very much like Jason is gonna be taken.
Boa.
Second Giant, just for good measure. Giant man situation to be in for LP right now, no doubt about it.
2-0. Vamos ver.
Remember, you do have a finite amount of resources to deploy. Big push coming in from LV, Barbarians, and the Hog Rider. Lightning is good on the minions, but they're going to survive. That was actually a very crucial Lightning going straight past both those, just like that.
Rapaz, já deu uma limpada ali na torre do meninão.
But here comes the counter attack. I mean, that was an expensive push, but he is going to save the bomb tower. I like the idea of using the bomb tower because it's a distraction, but because he attacks an AoE, big splash damage to handle these.
Foi pra cima logo de cara pra não
What do you think happened there though? Because Jason kind of just
tentar atrapalhar.
He put some minions down, but nothing more. Do you think he thought that was enough? I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. The Giant is going to take that tower out, but not before the Barbarians make short work of him. Here comes the troop push that we see so many times. Barbarians on Goblins, on Spear Goblins. Literally a mirror match in the lane right now, but we see the tower's not close enough to damage them either. Barbarians didn't take that much damage. They are going to get a little bit closer. Question is, does the tower take any poke here? Fight's definitely going to do a good job of just stalling the match. And he gets a couple of spears. I mean, that might add up by the end of the game.
Dois coletores.
Good question is, does Jason have anything to defend? The minions, they didn't do it enough last time. Is this tower gone? Oh no, just in time, they did manage to move on. You can see that quite a lot where, I mean, it's almost like his reactions have been quite late with that minion army, where he sees the Hog Rider, but almost puts it too late, to the point where the Hog Rider's already ran straight past them. But you're always micromanaging your elixir, so maybe it's a question of, if I wait a couple more blocks, I'll be able to deploy this after, but if he waits too long, then his tower takes damage. He's down 660 health right now on his left tower. That's quite a dangerous situation to be in, especially when you're 2 games up. You don't want that momentum to go out of your favor. Back at this neutral situation, but once again the bomb. I mean, that's one of the extra elements of the Hog Rider, that you can kind of outrun those bombs. And here comes a big push, 60 seconds left. This is where things are going to double. This is the dangerous point again for Elf. Also, can we talk about how when it's Hog Rider and Giant, they're completely separate.
Sem mano garotão lá, hein? Sem Elixir.
When it's Barbarians and Giant, the Giant is always placed inside the Barbarian. Very unfortunate placement though, because the Giant went completely past both those units. And he's going to be sitting really pretty
Já era, Gigante fazendo sucesso no semifinal.
He's going to go down before that will do it. The Goblins aren't going to have to stop him. He is just marching on. 30 seconds to play defensive. And if you can defend that tower damage for 30 seconds, he's going to move on into grand finals. That was all down to perfect minion placement. He managed to put the Barbarians around the Giant. So the Giant was just walking with a wall of Barbarian units around him. That's just positioning, and that's high-level placement that you will only see at this level of the game. This might be game. 10 seconds left. I don't think that's enough. This could be it. The Giant's going to go in. The Giant's taking all the aggro from the Goblins. So smart deploying it so that the Hog Rider has no follow-up. Running in, going for the Giant. He's all of that damage. Another 3-0. Jason is officially the most dominant player.
Just to shout the hoes. Holla back, youngin'. Holla back. Holla back, youngin'. Holla back. Holla back, youngin'. Holla back. Holla back, youngin'. Holla back.